could not be more thrilled to welcome this man to the Hall of Fame. You cannot tell the story of the NFL without him. The undrafted free agent who went on to make some of the biggest catches in league history. The clutch receiver whose last-second touchdown gave birth to the term Hail Mary. The Cowboys legend who inspired every one of us who followed in his wake. The original 88, my great friend, Drew Pearson.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. You're not here just to tell me hi.
With the help of two guys who love you, on behalf of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I want to welcome you to Canton, Ohio. Your home for the rest of time.
I'm just stunned. I didn't know what to expect coming here. Not this, though. I've always wanted this for a long time. And to have Roger here, Mr. Jones, I promise I'll live up to what the Hall of Fame is all about. And now you're giving me a chance at immortality. The legacy of that is amazing.
Okay, the NFL finally righted the big wrong. I got to tell you, last year with the Hall of Fame nominees and stuff, where they had Drew Pearson, where he was not getting in, and seeing that, it was just terrible. It literally tugged at your heartstrings listening to him and seeing the pain on his face. Because, see, you young guys don't understand. You don't understand. See, y'all are privileged, kids. Everybody gets a participation trophy. You don't understand what those guys did for the love of sports, because they had jobs in the off season. They gave everything to this game. And when you talk about getting hit, man, half of the plays right now that they play would be penalties. You couldn't do what got done to them. Those guys, they didn't get down the field where there was illegal contact. They got the crap beat out of them.
Get up here.
Step right up here, brother, right there.
Oh, my God.
There he is, right there.
Oh,
Look
my
at him.
God.
Surely
I'm
we
gonna
can
cry.
get this
Come
off for
on.
a second here. What do you think, Drew?
Oh, my God. I
Brother.
know you're not here just to tell me hi.
Listen, I remember last year all too well
Oh, my God.
when I had to call you and you were so heartsick and I
Yes.
was heartsick that why don't you take off your mask now if it's all right?
Okay.
Okay? And with the help of two guys who love you, and on behalf of all those fans who love the game,
Yeah.
on behalf of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, on behalf of the 226, just like Jerry and Roger, that are now have a bronze bust in Canton, Ohio, I want to thank you, Drew, for all you've done for the game, for all you do for the game now, and all you're going to do for the game.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
And I want to welcome you to Canton, Ohio, which will be your home for the rest of time.
God.
And I want to promise you that just like Jerry and just like Roger,
Yeah.
we're going to keep your legacy alive forever there.
Right. Thank
The guy that has my job 100 Dave Bakers from now is going to be talking about Jerry Jones and Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson, not only as great contributors to the game, but as the man of character that you are as well.
Well, thank you. I thank you for saying that, and I'm just stunned. I didn't know what to expect coming here. Not this, though. And I've been waiting, finding out the vote had been in and all that, and I'm going crazy waiting and waiting. And, man, I appreciate you coming here and being here in person to tell me this, because I've always wanted this, okay, for a long time. And to have Roger here, Mr. Jones, to celebrate or be part of this with me, it couldn't be better. It couldn't be better. And I thank you so much. And I promise I'll live up to what the Hall of Fame is all about and all those great guys that make up the Hall of Fame.
I know you will.
I will live up to it the rest of my life. And now you're giving me a chance at immortality.
Alvin Johnson, all first ballot. Megatron going in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, along with some guys who've been waiting a long time for their knocks, like Bill Nunn and John Lynch and Alan Faneca. Lynch here, big popular man here in Tampa, Florida, but nobody's waited longer than Drew Pearson, unless you want to include Tom Flores in the mix. My gosh, thank goodness they're above ground to see it. So That's your Hall of Fame class of 2021. And as we know, we're still waiting to hear the speeches of the class of 2020 because of the pandemic. Kurt, Peyton Manning is going to be part of the Canton quarterback class.
Well, and not that any of us is surprised that he's a first ballot guy, but just such an incredible career. And when I think back to Peyton Manning, the first thing I always think of is how great he was before the snap. What he did before the snap transcended this game. I don't know if we'll ever see a player that can do and think the game like Peyton Manning. And, the other thing that jumps out, Tom Brady has taken his second team to the Super Bowl and is trying to win a Super Bowl with a second team. This is the only guy in the history of our game that has gone from one team to another and won Super Bowls with both teams. Unbelievable player, represented the league as well as anybody. Congrats to Peyton Manning.
Yeah, congrats to Peyton, man. And, as I sit and watch Peyton, I'm thinking about all the times he threw to his number 88 and Marvin Harrison. I just did a commercial with an 88 and Tony Gonzalez. But what I was most happy about last night is watching the original 88 get in the Hall. All of those other 88s, we've all been together in the Hall of Fame, but we've always missed this guy right here when we get together. The original, Drew Pearson. The guy, we talk about it all the time. You can't write the story of the NFL without talking about Drew Pearson, because we write the story, we're going to talk about those Hail Marys. And Roger Staubach, of course, coined that phrase. So I'm just so happy to see a guy that inspired me, that me and my dad watched so many times, and I ultimately ended up wearing his number, get in his rightful place, home at the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And Rich, you mentioned how long Tom Flores had to wait for.
Too long.
Too long. What a great guy he is and a great coach. But more than just a great coach, he was the first Hispanic quarterback to start in this league. People, that was 1960, all right? And then he was an assistant for John Madden. They won a Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl as a player, too. And then he became the head coach after John Madden retired, and he won 2 more Super Bowls as a head coach. He's got 4 rings. And you know what? I'm going, wow, let's see his record against these other great Hall of Fame coaches. He's 6-1 against Don Shula. He's 3-1 against Chuck Noll and Bill Parcells. He's 2-1 against Bill Walsh and Tom Landry. I mean, this guy had a spectacular. I'm shocked it took this long for this guy to become a Hall of Famer. Tom Flores, congratulations. You deserve it.
Tom Flores waited so long. Same thing with Drew Pearson. And Megatron's going to be the second youngest inductee in the history of the Pro Football Hall of Fame at age 35. Only Gale Sayers was younger when he went in at age 34. And it was just neat to see how these guys found out. You saw that Jerry Jones and Roger Staubach surprised Drew Pearson. And then you saw how Peyton Manning was surprised by all of his old coaches and then his kids. And David Baker popping